Well, you made it to Friday. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We're glad you are part of this morning's 9 at 9. This coming Sunday, we're going to be preaching from Luke chapter 8. It's the story of Legion and the demoniac, the man possessed by demons there on the Sea of Galilee, Lake Gennesaret, as it's called by Luke. But it's the Sea of Galilee, and the other side of the Sea of Galilee was a Gentile area. And so Jesus is visiting there when he is confronted by this man who's possessed by demons. Now, there's a couple of interesting things about this story. One of them is that Jesus is coming and lands on shore. But how did this man know that Jesus was coming? How did this man know that Jesus was that close? There was something about the presence of the demonic in this man that sensed that Jesus was getting close. So the man confronts Jesus and says, "Why are you here? What do you have to do with me? Leave me alone. Don't hurt me." Now, does that strike you as a strange response to Jesus? Don't hurt me. Now, the text says something about that's what the demon said, okay, but still, this is the man talking to Jesus. It'll be his voice, his words, "Don't hurt me." Well, the reality is that everybody else who had come to help this guy had hurt him. We're told that he was bound with ropes and chains. We're told that he lived in the graves, in the graveyard. We're told that he would hurt so bad that he would cut himself. That the pain was so intense on the inside, he would cut himself, hoping the pain would escape through the open wound. And then Jesus comes. A lot of you are very, very careful in who you talk to or how you respond when you hear words like grace, mercy, forgiveness, second chance, because you have been hurt in the past. Others of you are very sensitive to the nearness of Jesus. Here's why. Sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. And sometimes when you're ill, when you're wounded, the treatment hurts worse before you get better. One of my sons had emergency appendectomy surgery. And they're rolling him back. They're going to do it laparoscopically. They're going to use the kind of robotic arms and not the big incision. And so we're telling him, "Hey, this is going to be easy. Don't worry about it." They roll him back in the do the surgery. And because it was a Sunday when they did the surgery, there's nobody back in the recovery area. So they ask us, do you want to come back and sit with him? Well, of course we did. So Jeannie and I go back, and my son sees us, and he pushes the oxygen over to the side, and I lean down thinking, hey, we're going to have this great father-son moment. This is just going to be one of these things I remember. And my son looks at me and goes, "You lied to me." Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, it did hurt. Now, he had an infected appendix. If we didn't deal with it, it would have killed him eventually with the infection and all that. But the surgery was pretty tough. Sometimes when Jesus begins to do the soul work in you or in me that he has to do, and he begins to deal with those moments that embarrass you, it hurts. Sometimes when he deals with those things where people hurt you that you have tried to forget, now you have to remember them and relive them so you can understand them and forgive who you need to forgive and find a way to deal with it. It hurts. So sadly, too many of you have come close to that moment. It started to hurt and you backed off. You didn't let Jesus finish the surgery. You're still wounded. You're still hurting. In fact, now it's infected. You see, that the hard news is that when Jesus gets close to you, sometimes it hurts. And what he wants to do in you to get you well, sometimes it hurts. But the other side is health. The other side is wholeness. So where is it in your life that you haven't let Jesus work? because it just hurts too much. Would you trust him to do what he needs to do so that he can make you well, strong, healthy to do everything he wants you to do, to live without regrets, without sorrow, without apology? Yeah, the first part hurts. The other part is freedom. So where does Jesus need to work in your own life so you can get past this? I'll give you 60 seconds to get thinking, and I'll see you tomorrow.